Om Shanti. Om Shanti. This day marks a very special significance for all of us, as today is the 18th Remembrance Day of respected Dadi Prakash Maniji, and all Brahmins express their regard and their respect and feelings for respected Dadiji. And it's a very important day in the history of the sacrificial fire as well. And Dadi reminds us of the drama and what are the secrets which are hidden in the drama. Lovely Baba says that drama is always beneficial, and Baba reveals one of the secrets in today's Murli, that whatever you see at every step about the condition of the today's world, however surprising it may be, but you children always see that there is benefit hidden in that. And those children who stay, those who stay in the constant remembrance of Baba, so Baba tells those children who stay in the constant remembrance of the Father, they always experience benefit at every step. So you think when everything is predestined in the drama, at Baba tells that those children who remember Father, those children always get benefited. Of course, this secret is also hidden in the drama. That is why Baba frequently reminds us and tells us to make this aspect very firm, that you spend your time in the constant remembrance of the Father. Another aspect which Baba takes in today's Murli is, you children are Baba's children and you are the living flame. You are the living moths who just sacrifice your lives, who dedicate your lives to the flame. So Baba tells, the form of you souls is just a tiny point of light, and we dedicate our lives to that flame whose form is also a tiny point of light. So Baba tells, always be cheerful. In order to be cheerful, you have to remember that you are the Gops or gopies of the Gopi Vallabh Baba, and that you can only experience that stage, at that title, even at this time only. No one gives such titles in the golden age. When the Gopi Vallabh, that is Baba, is at the confluence age, we gopis also will be at this time. So you will be called prince or princess in the golden age, and the happiness of being associated with that Gopi Vallabh can be experienced only at every moment of this confluence age. So Baba just talks. Baba explains the deep aspects of knowledge. So let's listen to Murli. And today's date is 25th August. The essence is, sweet children, whatever happens at every step, it's beneficial. In this drama, those who stay in the remembrance of the Father experience the most benefit. Question: by knowing which secret that is fixed in the drama, Can you children maintain limitless happiness? Answer: those who know that according to the drama, this old world is now going to be destroyed, they can maintain limitless happiness. There will also be natural calamities, but your kingdom is definitely going to be established. No one can do anything to prevent it. However, how many types of obstacles are encountered in the process of the creation of the golden age? During the time of Sakar Baba, Baba used to always say that it is the sacrificial fire of Shiv Baba, and it just goes on, it just continues irrespective of whatever happens, whatever obstacle somebody just. So Baba tells the kingdom has to be definitely established, so no one can do anything to prevent it. The stage of you children fluctuates. Sometimes you have a great deal of enthusiasm and sometimes you become cool. However, you mustn't be confused about that. Maintain the happiness that the God, the Father of all souls, is teaching you. Song: the flame has ignited in the happy gathering of moths. Om Shanti. Baba is giving love and remembrance to you, sweetest living moths who are number wise according to your efforts. All of you are living moths. The Father is called the flame, but no one knows him at all. Even people of the world call Baba as the flame, even the devotees call. You always know what devotees do on the path of devotion, how much regard they have for the Father, but those who sacrifice their lives to that flame is we children, so we must be proud of ourselves. The flame is not large, he is just a point. It doesn't enter the intellect of anyone that a soul is a point and the whole part is recorded in each soul. The knowledge of souls and Supreme Soul is not in the intellect of anyone else. The Father has come and explained this to you, children. He has given you realization of the souls. Previously, you neither know what a soul is or what the Supreme Soul is. Therefore, because of their body consciousness, children have a lot of attachment and also many vices. Bharat was so elevated. There was no mention of vice at all. That was the viceless world. That was viceless Bharat. And now it's vicious Bharat. No human being can explain this to you in the way that the Father explains. First of all, no one knows that was the viceless world and this is the vicious world, and it's something of very great importance. So Baba says, I made this land into Shivalaya 5000 years ago. I myself established Shivalaya. How? You now understand this. You know that whatever happens at every step is beneficial. Can you just reaffirm that? Baba says everything in the drama, whatever happens at every step, it's beneficial. It's not only beneficial, but Baba says every day becomes more and more beneficial for those who remember the Father very well and benefit themselves. You must not even think that this is something which is where I have incurred loss or I have been harmed. So Baba tells you must always remind yourself this is the most wonderful aspect, that always the benefit is of those children who remember Baba every day. You just please pay attention, just make a note if you want. Every day becomes more and more beneficial for those who remember the Father very well and they benefit themselves. This is the benevolent age in which you become the most elevated beings. There is so much praise of the Father. You know that the true Bhagavat is now being enacted. When the path of devotion begins in the copper age, what will you do? And you do it initially, and that too Brahma Baba becomes the number one in doing, and we become number wise. Baba says that you are the first ones to create an oval image of diamonds and worship it. You now remember that you built temples when you were worshippers. So do you remember that how magnificent temples were built, which were studded with diamonds and gold? So do you recall that scene, how beautifully they were built? How intense devotion was performed by you children. So Baba tells in today's Murli that you children did build. So you used to build them of diamonds and emeralds. You can't obtain those images now. People here make the same images of them in silver in order to worship them. Just look how much regard there is for such worshippers even at this final moments. Although everyone worships Shiva, that is still not unadulterated worship. Only that, only the remembrance of the Shiv stays. So that is not happening there. You children also know that the destruction is definitely going to take place. Preparations for that are now taking place. The natural calamities are also fixed in the drama. No matter how much someone beats his head over it, your kingdom is definitely going to be established. No one has the power to do anything about this. So Baba says whenever someone puts an obstacle, you must not be scared. Why is it happening? Or so Baba tells it's predestined about the creation of the golden age. However, the stage of the each of you souls does fluctuate. Baba reminds that this is a huge income. Sometimes you have very good thoughts when you are happy, and whereas at other times you become very cool. Sometimes when you are on a journey, sometimes due to weather turbulence, you will face some obstacles. So Baba also says that it's not a big deal. Even on the spiritual journey, sometimes your stage fluctuates. Baba has given us the knowledge about each and everything. So you need not even think or be concerned about that. You have to pay attention. Baba gives the example of the people who go on a pilgrimage. Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, there is a great happiness in remembering the Father. When you remember that Father is teaching us, you always see that fortune that gets created through that. So we feel like saying that, oh, Baba is teaching us. It's such a wonder. God, the Father of all souls, is teaching us, and they believe that Sri Krishna is God. Throughout the whole world, there is a lot of regard for the Gita because it says in that God speaks. However, no one knows who God is. No matter how great the positions that scholars and pundits have, even though they say that we remember God the Father, but they have forgotten when He comes and what He does when He comes. The Father continues to explain all these things to you. Everything is fixed in the drama. This kingdom of Ravan will exist once again, and we will have to enter it once again. And Baba, of course, has to come in the Ravan's kingdom. It is Ravan who puts you to sleep in the extreme darkness of ignorance. Only the one ocean of knowledge gives you this knowledge through which there is salvation. No one except the Father can grant you salvation. The bestower of salvation for all is just one. The knowledge of the Gita that the Father gave to you has disappeared. It isn't that the knowledge just continues from time immemorial. The Quran and Bible just continue from the time of the creation of that religion. They aren't destroyed. A scripture is not created from the knowledge that I gave you. It would just become eternal and continue all the time. So Baba says a scripture is not at all required to be created from Baba's knowledge, because the destination and the goal is already attained or achieved. So there is no need to create the memorial even. So you write down and have it destroyed. All of this will be burnt and finished naturally. The Father told you a cycle ago, and He is telling you now. You receive this knowledge now, and you will receive the reward. Therefore, there is no need of this knowledge there. On the path of devotion, there are all the scriptures. Baba doesn't relate the knowledge of the Gita by reading it. He is just giving you the teachings of the Raj Yoga. So they create scriptures from this on the path of devotion and mix everything. Therefore, the main aspect that you have to explain here is who gave the knowledge of Gita. So now this is the time, and everyone is working towards revealing the world who is the God of Gita. They have explained the name of that one. So Baba tells you have to explain who gave the knowledge of Gita. However, they have replaced the name of that one, and no one else's name has been replaced. All other religions, all other religions have their own main religious scripture. The main religions are Deitism, Islam, Buddhism. Some say that there was the first Buddhism and then Islamism. Tell them that such things are not connected with Gita. We are only concerned about claiming our inheritance from the Father. The Father explains so clearly that this is a big tree and it's very good. It's just like a flower vase. The three tubes just emerge from it. The tree has been created to give a very clear understanding. Anyone can quickly understand what religion he belongs to and who established that religion. Dayanand and Arbindo Ghosh have recently been and gone. They too taught yoga, but all of that has been is devotion. Of course, they use this uh, term that is yoga, and they also wonder that Brahma Kumaris also teach this yoga. The only difference has to be understood, where the God says that is a part of devotion, and what yoga we do, it's based on the knowledge of the soul and the supreme soul that we receive at this time. There is no name and trace of this knowledge. They have been given such huge titles. All of that is fixed in the drama. It will happen again after 5,000 years. You know how the cycle continues to turn from the beginning and how it will repeat again. The present time will become the past, and then it will become future. It is said past, present, and future. Whatever is past, then it becomes the future. You receive this knowledge at this time, then you claim your kingdom. Because it used to be the kingdom of the deities. At that time, there was no other kingdom. Baba just tells in a very entertaining way that tell them all of that in the form of a story. Then it becomes very easier for them to understand. And if you explain the knowledge in a very entertaining way, once upon a time this happened, even Baba just explains to us in such a way, right? So Baba tells just give the knowledge in the form of a story, and we are very perfect in telling stories. Mothers are also sensible in relating the knowledge in the form of a story. You can relate the knowledge to your grandchildren and children, then it becomes a beautiful story. Long, long ago, 5,000 years ago, Bharat was the golden age, and there was no other religion except the kingdom of deities at that time. That was called the Sun Dynasty Kingdom. For 1000 to 50 years, it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. It's very easy to explain, right? Then they gave their kingdom to their brothers and the warriors, and their kingdom just continued. You can explain how beautiful the story is. So we have to explain the knowledge that is the story to everyone. You can explain to them that God had come and taught us. Those who studied very well, they became the part of the Sun dynasty. Those who failed were named warriors. Those who fail, we don't have such souls in this gathering. Is there anyone who doesn't wish to become a part of Sun dynasty? And the gathering is quiet. No one likes to become a warrior. Those who fail, they are named warriors. It's not about that if you become a warrior, it's not something bad, but Baba tells when this Baba is teaching us, we must always aim high. However, there was no question of a war, etc. Baba says, children, remember me and you will be absolved of your sins. You have to conquer the vices. The Father has issued this ordinance. Those who conquer lust become the conquerors of the world. Later, after a half a cycle, they fall onto the path of sin. There are their images. The features are of those of the deities and the kingdom of Ram and all the images which are made. All those things uh, are not that beautiful, but it gives the message that the same deity souls then sit on the pyre of lust and they become sinful souls. So Baba tells the kingdom of God and the kingdom of Ravan are half and half. Create a story about this and explain what happened next and what happened after that. Because when you tell a story, even the person to whom you are narrating the story also gets interested. Then they start asking what happened next, what happened after that. This is the story of true Narayan. Only the one Father is the truth. He is now giving you this knowledge of the beginning, middle, and the end. No one else can give you this knowledge. Human beings don't even know the Father. If they don't know the creator and the director of the drama in which they are actors, who else would? The Father is now explaining to you that all of this will happen in the same way according to the drama. And the Father will come once again and teach you. No one else can come here. The Father says, I only teach you children. No new people can sit here. There is the story of the Indraprasth. There are the names of different angels, that is sapphire and topaz. There are some amongst you who are just like diamonds. Look, I think Baba remembers Ramesh, our brother. Look how Ramesh created the exhibition through which everyone started to think about it. All of you know that, right? So, he did something worth diamonds. So, he did some research uh, uh, where he gave the clarity about the pictures with which you can explain to others. Then he gave it to Dadi Prakashmani ji for the corrections to be made. Then the final fantastic images were made. Some are topaz and some are of another type of jewel. Some know nothing at all. You know that a kingdom is being established. Kings and queens, etc., are all needed in that. You know that you Brahmins are studying by following Srimad, and then you will become the masters of the world. How happy you should be. Of course, you have right. All of you have happiness, right? That you are going to become the emperor and the empress or kings or queens. So Baba says you should have a lot of happiness. This land of death is going to be destroyed. Even at this time, this Baba understands that he is to go and become a baby. Baba used to even he used to show how Vishnu will be, how Krishna, and Baba used to have that intoxication. How is going to become the little prince. The things of that childhood are now coming in front of him now, and the whole of his behavior changes. In the same way, when they become old there, they understand that they will shut their old bodies and go into their childhood stage. There is no question of death. Of course, even when they shut their bodies, they they are always happy. The childhood is the Sato Pradhan stage, and Lakshmi and Narayan have the stage of adults. When they are married, they aren't said to be in their adult sense. The adult stage is said to be the Rajo stage, and the elderly stage is said to be Tamo stage. And this is why there is greater love for Sri Krishna. There is a lot of that attraction for Sri Krishna, right from an small child till the old aged. Everyone likes to see Sri Krishna. Lakshmi and Narayan are the same ones, but people don't know these things. Sri Krishna has been shown in the copper age and Lakshmi and Narayan in the golden age. You are now making effort to become deities. The father says, you Kumaris should become very active. Can Kumaris raise their hands? Of course, we have Samarpit teachers and other Kumaris are also present in today's gathering because they have to take a decision about their life. So Baba just inspires. A few of them have raised their hands. So the father says you Kumaris should become very active. There are the temples to Kumaris and the other half Kumaris. All the temples like Dilwala temple etc. are your accurate memorials. Those are non-living, whereas this is the living one. We are sitting here in the living forms. We are making Bharat into heaven. Heaven will be there. So Baba says heaven will exist in the physical world only. You children know everything about where the incorporeal world is and where the subtle region is. You know the whole drama. Whatever has become the past will then become the future and then the past. You have to understand who it is who is teaching you. God is teaching us. So you should become very cool and calm and become happy whenever you remind yourself. But when that remembrance is in emerged form, who is making my life, who is teaching us, then Baba says you will become cool, calm and happy. When there is a lot of love, when there is a lot of value, then we feel we are content, it's done. So Baba just shares that when you really realize that God is teaching you, you will become cool, calm by staying in the remembrance of the Father. It's the wonderful thing. Baba tells, by staying, you must make this version very firm because it benefits you a lot. Sometimes we have some kind of things which confuses. So Baba says, by staying in the remembrance of the Father, all your confusion will be removed. No, you will not have. Even Brahma Baba did the same. What didn't Brahma Baba face? Everything came in front of him. So Baba reminds us that by staying in the remembrance of the Father, all our confusion ends. Baba is our Father, He teaches us, then He will take us back with Him. Consider yourselves to be souls and talk to the Father, the Supreme Soul, in this way. Baba, I now understand how fortunate we are that we are speaking with Him, and if we want to speak, we are speaking with Him. How wonderful is that? So, Baba, I now understand. I also understand about Brahma and Vishnu. Brahma emerged from the navel of Vishnu. Vishnu is shown in the lake of milk, and Brahma is shown in the subtle region. In fact, he exists here, and Vishnu is the one who rules. If Brahma emerged from Vishnu, then he too would definitely rule. If he emerged from the navel of Vishnu, that would be like becoming a child. The Father sits here and explains all of these things. Brahma completes the cycle of 84 births and then becomes the master of the land of Vishnu. Some don't understand these things very well, so their mercury of happiness doesn't raise. You are those Gops and gopies. They don't exist in the golden age. Baba says how clearly he tells us, you are Gops and gopies. You don't exist in the golden age. Such Gops and gopis don't exist in the golden age. No one calls you, no one even gives you such titles. There you will be prince or princess. All your forms will be of the divine form there. Gopi Vallabh is the father of Gops and gopis. Prajapita Brahma is the father of everyone, whereas the father of all souls is incorporeal Shiva. All of you are mouth-born creations. All of you, Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, are brothers and sisters. All are mouth-born creation of Brahma, so all are brothers and sisters. There mustn't be any criminal vision. It is in this Maya defeats you. The Father says, remove your intellect from everything that you have studied up to now. Study the things that I am teaching you. The picture of the ladder is first class. Everything depends on one thing. Who is the God of Gita? Baba repeats that he already said. And Baba says everything depends on one thing. Who is the God of the Gita? Sri Krishna cannot be called God. He is a deity full of all virtues. His name is mentioned in the Gita. He is portrayed as dark blue, and Lakshmi and Narayan are also portrayed as dark blue. People can't account for this. They have even portrayed Ramchandra as dark blue. The Father says he became like that by sitting on the pyre of lust. Although the name of the one is mentioned, it applies to all. Because we are all are covered in that. Whether you show Lakshmi Narayan or Ram Sita, all the Brahmins also pass through that journey. All of you are Brahmins. You are now sitting on the pyre of the knowledge, and Shudras sit on the pyre of lust. The Father says, churn the ocean of this knowledge and create the methods to awaken others. They don't even understand what to be done. So Baba tells, churn the ocean of the knowledge and create methods to awaken others. They will of course awaken according to the drama. The drama moves very, very slowly. Where did we reach now? Drama just moves very slowly. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. So that your wishes also reach Baba. All of us are in silence today. So you are just making your thoughts reach Baba. It's a good thing. Let's listen to the essence for Dharana. The first one, remain constantly aware that you are the Gops and Gopis who belong to the Gopi Vallabh. By your having this awareness, your mercury of happiness will remain constantly high. Bless. Second, remove everything from your intellect that you have studied up to now and study the things that the Father now teaches you. Finish your criminal eye with the awareness of being brothers and sisters. Don't be defeated by Maya. Today's blessing. May you be a spiritual server and experience a Yoga Yukta stage while doing service. Brahman life is a life of service. The elevated way to remain alive and safe from Maya is to do service. Doing service makes you yogyukt, but not just by doing service with words. To serve by becoming an embodiment of sweet words that you hear, to do altruistic service, to serve through your renunciation and by becoming an embodiment of tapasya, to do altruistic service by going beyond limited desires. This is known as a godly or spiritual service. To serve with your mind as well as with your mouth means to be stable in the stage of one manabhav. Slogan: by not looking at the shape or bodies, look at the incorporeal Father, you will become the image that attracts. Today's subject signal: in order to become an easy yogi, become experienced in God's love. Bap Dada has so much love for you children that he feels each of his children should go ahead of him. In the world too, whomever you love the most, you make that one go ahead of you. This is a sign of love. So Bap Dada also says, let there not be any weaknesses in my children. Let everyone become complete, perfect, and equal. This love from God makes you all into easy yogis. Let's listen to the specialty of Dadiji. Being selfless and constructive like Brahma Baba, those who had been very fortunate to take Dadiji's sustenance in every way, you know, our Baba is so humble. Baba tells children, children, I am your obedient servant. Similarly, I too ask myself to what extent have I become humble and constructive. When the highest Father with such a high authority says, I am your servant, then how humble should we be? When we consider ourselves to be a server, the stage of humbleness automatically comes by considering ourselves to be an instrument that the Father who does and make others do is automatically remembered. When we say we are servants, then a server means a faithful one who obeys every order. today's homework, the virtue, the one who makes this lesson of telling us, my Lord. And the power is to become soul conscious and to become obedient, to become obedient server like Brahma Baba, and to become Dadi Prakashmani Ji, who got the father's heart throne and who claimed the right to the future throne. Today's day, our respected Dadi Prakashmani Ji's 18th Remembrance Day. Who just expanded this sacrificial fire, and who, after Brahma Baba's departure, those Dadi had made that effort to make everyone belong to Baba, and she had made everyone worthy. And the perfect example of, or the reflection of Brahma Baba's personality. So this is a great auspicious day where we all give respect to her, just like Dadiji. She practically followed all the directions of Baba. So the true tribute or the true respect is given only when we follow all the directions, all the rules or the code of conduct, and we practically follow them in our lives, and we glorify Baba's name. And today's program is like this: 8:15 a.m. As all of you know, there is a rainfall and it's a rainy day. All the elder sisters, so you are requested just to manage. All of you can sit in Dadiji's meeting hall and the passage outside where the chairs have been put. All of you are hereby requested to watch that program on the screen. Because it's a rainy day and we could not arrange so we request you to just cooperate to make it a very organized one. So all the invited brothers and sisters will go to Prakash Stham to pay respect to Dadiji. It's a humble request and to all of you to be here where Suraj Bhai Ji will share his experience of being associated with Dadiji. There will be a song by Madhurvani team at that venue. And the class of Suraj Bhai Ji just goes on here So you can go later and pay your tribute. Then you will go for your breakfast. Then you will be coming back to the Diamond Hall at 10 a.m. 10 to 10:30 a.m. there is yoga, and 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. we have three special guests: respected Prem Behenji and respected Santosh Didiji from Mumbai and respected Karuna Baiji. Each of them will share their experience of their association with Dadiji for 15 minutes and 11:15 a.m. Baba's gem, that is Harish Moyal brother, will sing a song and 11:30 a.m. Respected Mohini Didiji, she will offer Bhog to Bap Dada and we will listen to the Bhog message. Then there will be a song by Madhurvani team. And all those who have come particularly for this day, those who haven't taken the godly gift, so all of you have been requested to go to conference hall to receive your godly gift. Post that you will go for the Brahma Bhojan. This has to be paid attention. Those who have come to Madhuban just to pay respect to Dadiji, so please remember that you will collect your godly gift before having your Brahma Bhojan this afternoon. And the evening program goes from 6 p.m. 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. there is yoga, and 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. there is yoga, and program starts from 6:30 p.m. where we have a song by Madhur Vani team and respected Mrutyunjay Baiji on the Universal Brotherhood. He just wants to share about the topic and he will welcome us and he will share his experience as well. And Munne Didiji will also share her experience. We will have the Jagat Guru who has come from Ayodhya, and that Swamiji will also offer tribute to Dadiji, and Dr. Satish Gupta ji and Karuna Bai ji will also share their experience, and respected Mohini Didiji, she will just show some glimpse of her association, and the stage coordinator would be Neha sister. So this is all about the program, and I request Suraj Bhai ji to come on to the stage and just to share your experience of your association with Dadiji. KB Singh, who is from Ayodhya, who is an IPS, he will be present among us to pay his respect to Dadiji. Om Shanti. We have been listening to the Dadiji's specialties since 25 days, and we would have heard 25 specialities. There is no doubt that she has been embodiment, and corporeal she was the embodiment of those specialities. And I had this wonderful opportunity to stay close to her when I used to have a chance to meet Dadiji after Murli class for an half an hour in the Pandabhavan lawn. We used to discuss a lot about the effort. I learned a lot about, and I that was the opportunity to learn a lot about new things, how the thoughts of great souls would be. And I tell you all that whatever we have been listening to Dadiji's specialities, all those things are the same versions which have been mentioned in Baba's Murli, and Baba has adorned that jewel and he has kept that respect for Dadiji. The true love and true tribute for Dadiji is about imbibing those specialities and becoming an embodiment of that. Whoever departs, of course, his greatness is always praised, but there are a few souls whose praise was also sung, that is respected Prakashmani Dadiji, Gulzar Dadiji, and Janki Dadiji. Such jewels were in front of us, where Avyakt Bapdada even praised them. So we learn from them. It's not about singing the praise, it's about imbibing, learning. It's about learning many things from our great ancestor souls. I clearly remember that on the same stage here when Avyakt Bab Dada came, Gulzar Dadiji and Prakashmani Dadiji, Dadi was in front of Baba, was in Gulzar Dadi's costume. Baba just praised both of them, and these two souls are very humble, and it was in today's Murli. Those who always had the consciousness of being the instrument and they were very humble. These specialities make any soul a great soul, and we are also going through that journey. Let's pay attention on these three things. We should know what's the value of that humility. We learn from the last three great words uttered by Brahma Baba, and his life gave that message, that is being incorporeal, being voiceless, and being egoless. Sometimes we say that, Baba, why do you emphasize or use the term separately apart when it comes under being voiceless? So the secret here is, and the voiceless means all the five voices, and their phrases also get finished off. But Baba just draws our attention towards the consciousness of I, because many souls, they reach the top stage of purity and they have this consciousness of I even after that. So in yesterday's Murli also we have heard that Murli multiple times. I was just recalling, we would have at least heard that Murli 10 times. What's the method to accumulate your treasures, to accumulate blessings which form a very significant part of your life, and how to remain content and to make others content, which becomes the means of taking blessings? Dadiji always used to say that I always have everyone's blessings, and this was always seen in our practical life. And we used to see that when no one supports anyone, even the young sisters used to come to Dadiji, and Dadiji used to listen to everyone's their um view or their things, and Dadiji's endeavor was always there to give them love and to give a solution to them. One of the teacher sisters just asked Dadiji that how did you become Dadi? This was always there during her time. How did Brahma Baba become Baba and Mama become Mama? And how did Didi Manmohini ji attain such an elevated stage? And they asked the same questions, similar questions to Dadi Prakash Mani ji. Dadi's response was, in order to become in order to become the elder, or you have to pay attention to three things. You have to listen. The elders always must be ready to listen. You must listen everyone's view. Dadiji used to tell in class. We had one more opportunity that Dadiji always used to meet the Madhuban residents once in a fortnight, and that was almost for about 2 hours. And many questions were asked. So Dadiji used to say that I always pay attention that there shouldn't be anyone who can say or who says that Dadiji didn't listen to me. There shouldn't be that we came to Madhuban and Dadiji didn't meet us. These two are very big things, the important things to be paid attention. So when someone asks how did you become Dadi, Dadiji used to say that I am not the administrative chief of this organization, but this is the Brahman family and it is a very big family. So I am the chief of this even family. So I must give love to everyone, just like how the head of the family thinks that he just has to sustain, he has to give love to everyone. Of course, all of you must be happy and just wonder even. In the Madhuban residence class, Dadiji used to ask openly that, are you content with Dadiji? If you are not, Dadiji will change. Such a great soul, who is the chief of the organization, how humble she was. That she used to say that if everyone is content with Dadi, it's okay. Else, then you can just say that Dadiji could correct. Then all the slips were given to all the residents. You can just write whatever you want. And Munni Didiji used to be with Dadiji, and the instruction was given that whatever were mentioned in the slips, Dadiji was not looking. She was not looking at every slip, but she ensured that everyone would get what was written on the slip. Such a generous heart. So Dadiji said that the first one, you must listen all kinds of talks. The most amazing part is that even if someone talks rubbish, Dadiji used to tolerate and listen. You must have the power to listen. It's a big thing. Even when someone talks rubbish, you always find such people around everywhere, and if someone says something, it will not affect us much, but when our own ones, when they talk, that creates a lot of impact. So Dadiji's biggest speciality was this power to listen, and in order to become maybe the one who takes care of everyone, you have to tolerate and you have to accommodate. Even when someone takes someone's mistake or blunder to Dadiji just used to listen, but She was not keeping anything in her intellect. Ye- She used to give her company, she used to give her cooperation, and she used to give the love. The power of love just transforms the person. So when the next time the same person used to come to meet Dadi, Dadi was not looking at that person in that vision. It's the one of the biggest dharna of a great soul. Dadiji would completely forget even that was the person who committed even that kind of action. This is the sign of a uh, very soft or tender-hearted. So all these things have to be learned in order to make our lives great. We have many teachers here. All of you are elder and who are the maybe the head of their centers. Of course, you have your some sisters who are along with you, and the students, of course, to give them love, to make them feel the sense of belongingness. Some teachers would have experienced that. Whenever the young Kumaris Bhatti used to happen, where many sisters come, Kumaris come, Dadiji used to say, anyone, if any problem comes, whether someone asks you or not, you can come to Dadi. Dadi is sitting here. It's a very big and it's a big support. Think about the Kumaris who are ready to sacrifice or dedicate their lives. Some have the fear what will happen. Dadiji used to give a big support to them that Dadiji is always here and you can come to Dadiji. Because all the souls who don't have any other support, we are meant to fulfill that. The one who doesn't have any kind of support from anyone, so we are the souls meant for that purpose, and you are souls, you are the ancestor souls teachers, you are meant to sustain them. When I visit uh, when I visit some centers, I have senior citizens who say that my center teacher is a mother, she's the one who takes care of me. This is the sign of a worthy teacher. So this speciality will make you expand the services because the sustenance plays an important role in expanding the services. Then comes the tolerance. Dadiji is the biggest speciality. It's tolerating the illness and tolerating the specialities, we would have heard that even her heart was so pure and generous, and she doesn't have any other feelings apart from good wishes and apart from love for anyone, apart from the sense of belonging, apart from giving cooperation. She has nothing. That is the sign of a very tender heart. So he came to Pandabhavan while on his return journey from Bombay. No one knew him, despite that he was given a place, he was given accommodation along with his disciple. After having his meals, he just left. Morning Dadiji, while narrating the Murli, she said, "Call that Swamiji who has come." He was made to sit on the stage. Dadiji thought that he would say something to the gathering. He said, "Dadi, when you all slept, I was just walking around this campus, and two other brothers were there along with me. I was just walking on those roads, and what I had seen here, what I experienced, everyone was asleep, and it was the wonder of Baba and the vibrations of that place, the influence of those vibrations, what I had experienced that night, that deep silence, which even the deities uh, wouldn't have experienced such deep silence. Then the game changed. Dadi instantly said that Lachu Dadi was there at that time. Lachu Dadi got Rakhi. This incident happened in Om Shanti Bhavan. She went fast and got the Rakhi. He was just, meanwhile, he just narrated some things. Dadiji just tied Rakhi, and there was this the garland of the garland, and she respected him. Dadiji, how she sowed, she had sown the seed of the service of the saints. So this was the incident, and he said in that gathering that, "Dadiji, how I used to criticize this organization, you and Baba. Today I seek your forgiveness." So he said that even if you invite me through that uh, postcard which was worth 10 paisa, I would immediately come. There was another Mahamandaleshwar. His name was Ved Vyas Anand. Prem sister used to go, and the news came in newspapers. He said so many things, and that came in newspapers. Then so many things came up asking him for clarifications. He said that whatever was seen, I just said the same thing. In one of the saints programs, two Shankaracharyas were there, and we had many Mahamandaleshwars. Everyone had to take them. We had few who had to be taken on a tour, and Dadi and Dadi Ratan Mohini ji was there. When they were going to the meditation hall in the Pandavavan, and one of the old saints just held Dadiji's hand, and Dadiji thought that he was old, so even the stairs were not that great. So she thought he must be holding my hand for the support. So she just accompanied him to the hall, and everything was set. He said that today, when I when we were going to the meditation hall, I just held Dadiji's hand. I got such powerful, pure vibrations from that hand that I didn't experience that vibration anywhere in the world. So, those pure vibrations, so we just are very great to have such great souls. So, today in service, so in today's service, we think that the importance comes when we study or when we do high qualifications or when we speak fluent English or like that. Baba tells, and even this sacrificial fire made it very clear that it's of no use until and unless you make your stage very high, great, and elevated. Dadiji always used to make this family look like a family, and whenever a big program is organized, after that program she always used to take us to the mountains, and she used to arrange picnic there where we didn't have peace park at that time. We used to go to the mountains. Even that we had that land, we used to go and play there. One of the double foreigners, one of in one of the programs we had 800 double foreigners, and Dadiji took everyone to the picnic in Peace Park, and all of them had to leave their footwears. And one of the double foreigners, it's a incredible um, mark, we can say, that he just picked one of the pairs. Then Munni Didiji saw that, and he said, she asked him, why did you pick that? Because whatever the clothes we wear, whatever the things which are associated with us, we always radiate our vibrations to that. So the double foreigner said that the soul to whom this footwear belongs, she's the most pure soul in the world. It is the purity which binds the gathering into that unity. She gave that love, she made everyone belong to her, because there are a few, and even you should have the program in today's Murli. Baba's experience was also there, and Dadiji's experience was also there about today's Murli, about the happiness and the intoxication of the future form. So we will always work on emerging that divine future form. Those who had seen Baba, Dadiji saw that. Manmohini ji had seen Dadi, and Dadi Janki used to see Brahma Baba. I just narrate one of the incidents. Dadi Janki always used to narrate this. It was 3 p.m. and she was going to her room. On her way, what she saw was Baba alone was dancing in the history hall. Dadiji took a step back, and thinking it should not disturb Baba, and Baba saw him Because what about the catching power of the number one soul? He just saw her, and Dadiji said that, Baba, you are dancing. So Baba said, yes, child. Baba's intoxication is so high that I am the one who is going to become Narayan. So he was just dancing, experiencing that perfect divine form. And another sister, the sister just narrated one of the things that Didi Manmohini ji used to visit Baba's room frequently, and she used to go to Baba's room at any time, and Baba didn't say that you should knock or take appointment before. Boli Dadi ji and Didi Manmohini ji had that freedom or liberty to go to Baba at any time. And in Baba was just walking on in his over that space like a child. When she asked what happened, Baba said that, child, now I am experiencing my child form of the futures. We have learnt a lot from Baba. We must remember purity. It is the pillar, the foundation of the sacrificial fire. You must make your purity so strong that your pure vibrations radiate into the world and invoke all the deity souls. So the last thing is, all of you are requested to go slowly near the Prakash Stamp. All of you can't be accommodated at a time. We have reached that moment where the creation of the new world is taking a turn so soon. We are witnessing the scenes of the destruction. We will see the world wars. We cannot underestimate its consequence, and we have already seen the natural calamities, and a lot is happening. One thing which you don't watch on TV. Suddenly, I just watched one incident on the TV screen. When I just turned on, there is a place in Gujarat, that is Girnar, where there was a heavy rainfall. All the lions, they came from the forest and they start residing in that place. You see, the wonder is the lions and the cows, they are walking. The journalist started asking the villagers that, aren't you scared of that? The lions are in your garden. The villagers said that, in our area we just worship lions, and how the vibrations are received even by animals. It's about more than 900 lions, because there's the jungle, it's the forest of many acres. Even the villagers said that we haven't have had any incident where the lion killed the villager, and this is the most incredible example of the influence of the vibrations. And you think about the golden age where the souls are completely non-violent, where the deities exist, and it's not a big thing where the wild animals and the domestic animals stay together. Even if lions are there in the golden age, there will be something else. So we have reached the turn where the transformation of the world is taking its speed. So we must make our stage very high and elevated so that we don't even stay unshakable, immovable while witnessing the scenes of the destruction, but we must also have the power to become the support of all those who suffer during this time. Of course, I have already said this thing 2 to 4 times a few years back, that is almost 15 to 20 years back. All of you are to pay attention. The researchers had one uh, aspect to be researched. So the topic was why the pilgrimages always stay safe even during natural calamities. The scientist gave the proof that these pilgrimages are the pure places from where the perfect pure vibrations get radiated. So they just stop the vibrations or the events of the destruction which happen all over the world. So this is the proof. So our purity will protect the world. We become the master world protector. So let's take this self-respect and let's take on this journey. Let's make our purity. Let's ensure that my purity makes this world safe. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.